Anand Mahindra was born on the 1st of May 1955 to Harish Mahindra and Indira Mahindra in Bombay, India. Anand had two sisters and his family lived in a decent house. Anand's father was an industrialist, his mother was a civil servant, so they had as the norm a standard of living that only a select few could afford. Anand's childhood was full of joy and laughter. He and his siblings attended Lawrence School, Lovedale, and Anand's academic performance was fairly above average. Anand was a lover of architecture and arts from a young age. As a boy, he would create makeshift buildings and exhibit them at school during art class. He was lauded for his prowess by teachers and his parents. These encouragements colored Anand's decision to pursue a career in architecture in the future. As a teenager, Anand was a hard worker. He doubled all the efforts he put into academics and was soon at the top of his class. This made many adults, his parents and teachers included, to urge him to apply for admission into a world-class university after his secondary education. He completed his elementary and secondary education in Bombay and was lucky to be offered admission into Harvard University, USA. Anand has never been outside India at the time. All his friends and family lived in India. At the time, the world wasn't as globalized as it is because with the advent of social media, this precluded the possibilities of anyone knowing so much about far-flung countries. Anand was faced by the thought of going into an unknown country, but quickly reassured himself, believing that if he could gain admission into the much coveted Harvard University, there was no storm he couldn't weather. He left for the USA in 1973. Harvard's curriculum was very demanding and at first Anand felt overwhelmed, but he drew strength from his previous accomplishments and continued to work hard at his studies. His dedication to academics paid off the year he graduated with magna cum laude in 1977 and proceeded to obtain an MBA from the Harvard Business School. It took Anand 3 years to get the job of his dreams after obtaining his MBA. He joined Mahindra Eugene Steel Company Limited, Moscow, MUSCO, as an executive assistant to the financial director. As the assistant, he performed his duties diligently, attracting the attention of his superiors. This helped him climb the career ladder swiftly. The biggest challenge of his career came when he was appointed president and deputy managing director of Moscow. It was completely unexpected, and Anand didn't know what next course of action to take. He tapped into his previous experiences, thus emboldening himself to take on the task. The company's revenue was shaky at the time, but with Anand's attention to details, he grew the company to a $19 billion enterprise, surpassing everyone's expectations. Anand is currently the executive chairman of Mahindra & Mahindra Limited and also the chairman of Mahindra Group. Challenges help us to grow. Without challenges in life, we would be stagnant and there will not be many innovations in the world. Whenever your life is without challenges, it simply means you are merely existing and not living. As long as one is living and making efforts, challenges are inevitable. The most successful people on earth are people who didn't know the full extent of their abilities until they encountered different challenges that helped them grow in strength and wisdom and knowledge. This fear of challenges is the beginning of massive failure. Avina Celeste said, if you can't face your fears, they become your limitations. You cannot make headway in life when you refuse to confront those challenges that are a source of fear and worry to you. Bamigboye said, chains can be broken. In fact, they are already broken. But who can deliver a coward from his self-limiting thoughts? The fear of challenges is in the mind. Once we make up our minds to confront those challenges headlong, we will find that there are no limits to what we can do. Robert Chu said, challenge yourself every day to do better and be better. Remember, growth starts with a decision to move beyond your present circumstances. Anand Mahindra might have had moments of doubt and despair, but he never backed away from the challenges life presented him. This is the secret behind his success.